See, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend.
Talking Dicks, you're on with the Talking Dicks. Can you believe it? You're still here. Unbelievable. Al Ducharme, Studio City, California. Al Romas, Tampa, Florida. How are you?
You're on Toledo, Ohio. Hello.
You're on the air. So here we are once again, Al, Monday morning. And what's the latest?
What's the latest? I don't know. I have no gigs. I'm trying to get a gig. I need another gig. I want to work again. So
In stand-up?
In stand-up comedy. Yeah. I'd like to work again. So I'm putting out the feelers this morning. I'm sending out the feelers to try to land a gig, you know?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what's available. I don't know what's out there.
Now you've had
You've
had a few gigs so far during the pandemic, intermittently.
I've had 6 shows.
Six shows.
1 gig of 4 nights and another of a weekend, 1 show a night. And, I want to do something. I feel like doing it again. So we'll see. But my people are sending out the feelers today. And by my people, I mean me emailing. While I eat my Rice Krispies and drink my Joe.
Are you doing breast exams? Is that what this is?
I'm doing whatever you want, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do. I got some jokes. I got new jokes. I want to try them. You know, I didn't try enough on my last weekend. It was such a small crowd and social distance, and wasn't brave
Where's your
enough
guts,
to try
man?
out. Yeah, well,
Where's the Navy man that I know? Where is he?
he was up there floundering, trying to remember his act from 20 years ago.
All right,
and not brave enough to do the new stuff.
I got a bone to pick with you.
Pick it, sir. Go. Pick.
I respect your recommendations when it comes to entertainment, Netflix, Hulu, Prime, and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you've really nailed it quite a few times. But big fail here. Fail.
Oh, what'd I fail?
Oh, I had a rough time with it. I actually recommended it also to my neighbor Joe, my 93-year-old neighbor Joe next door. Joe's
Porn? She's 93. She's not going to like porn. What porn was it? Was it porn? What are we talking about here?
It was called
93.
It's on Netflix. It's called Longmire.
Oh, tremendous. 6 seasons.
Oh my! It's on 6 seasons.
6 seasons. You got to stick with it a little.
Yeah, we got through the pilot, and I said, okay, it's the pilot. And then about 13 minutes, 8 seconds of the second episode. Couldn't do it.
What?
Couldn't do it.
Oh, come on. Vic. Longmire. Vic.
I like the concept of it. But there was so many cliches. It was like a 1980s television miniseries script. And all I can think of is that the guys that created it
it's based on a series of books.
Yeah,
a series of books, the Longmire Mysteries.
But the teleplay version, it's not there, man. It's just not. It's just direction. I feel bad.
That's why
their actors are actors that, they're L.A. actors. Everybody's like really good looking. It's like, but it's supposed to be Wyoming.
The lead guys the lead Longmire's from Australia.
Yeah, another Australian taking away the jobs.
And the other guy's kind of a fat deputy. I mean, these are
It's all cliches. It's got the chiseled jaw guy who's running for sheriff up against the existing sheriff. It's got the Philadelphia hot chick. She used to be a Philadelphia cop, and now she's in the middle of Wyoming.
But it's all explained if you stick with it. All explained. She had to get out of Philly. She had to get out of there. And in later episodes, Philly cops come down there looking to kill her.
Spoiler alert, man!
You bailed.
But that's
cliche.
Grandma that is so cliche. Everything. There's so many cliches. Lou Diamond Phillips. Diamond Phillips. One of his lines was, Longmire has an issue with him, and confronts him at his bar. Lou Diamond Phillips' character is the Red Pony. And he confronts him about it, and Lou Diamond steps into the light. He goes, Oh, so I guess we have to be friends for 38 years. 37 years isn't enough to win over your trust. It's just so corny. I love the Dirty Harry movies, but in the Magnum Force, one of the last lines that Clint Eastwood has is, "A man's got to know his limitations." It's so fucking corny, but you love it. This I couldn't love.
Well, he's speaking also, he's an American Indian. He's a Native American. He speaks a little differently in the way he communicates to his buddy Longmire. They've known each other since they were children. You got to stick with this goddamn thing. You can't bail after one episode. I mean,
it was tough.
Pointless.
We were heckling the screen. We were heckling you.
It wasn't made for two.
Bernie said, LA. "You better mention this on the podcast. He wasted our time. You let him know."
This was made for good people, not two LA douchebags sitting there drinking their Chardonnay.
Wow.
Drinking their Chardonnay and mocking the screenplay. How dare you?
We don't drink Chardonnay. First of all, Chardonnay is not allowed in this dwelling. We hate Chardonnay. Hate Chardonnay. Rosé. She's been indulging in the rosé. I like the red wine.
You. Yeah.
Well, I will. I'll drink a little rosé if I have a chance.
A pink blush. You'll go for a pink blush.
If I'm getting a little action following, I'll put the time in. I'll drink 6 or 9 ounces. Sure.
Okay. Good for you, man. Well, you disagree to disagree or whatever that expression is.
I'll tell you what.
I loved it. I
can't believe it went 6 seasons. I'm like, whew.
6 seasons.
Wow.
Oh,
it gets better. It gets better.
It gets great. It's great.
Everything. It looks like an independent project, which is great. They're using lower end cameras, but they have this beautiful backdrop.
But this wasn't made. It wasn't made for people to be looking, going, "Oh, they're using lower end cameras."
No. I appreciate
You're supposed
that.
to sit back and enjoy.
We use
lower
end. It's the writing. I have
and mock it.
I have an issue with the writing, and I feel bad.
You don't sit there.
I feel bad. I feel bad for some of the actors. They got a gig. 6 seasons. They got again.
Well, no, it was on
another Aussie stealing jobs.
It was on A&E for 2 seasons, and then they lost it. And Netflix came and said, "You have a big following. We love it," and they did 4 seasons on Netflix.
So when Netflix took
Netflix doesn't know what they're doing.
No. I work for Netflix.
Right. So you're saying they don't know what they're doing.
I did not say that.
They bought this.
Dude, this is my livelihood.
They bought this badly written show that uses cheap cameras and is corny.
What I didn't know is that Netflix produced the next 4 seasons, season 3 through 6. Okay.
Right.
Well, now I'm in because
That's
because
too late.
the mothership is writing the check.
You're out. You're out. You're out, and somebody will be picking up the AIDS quilt in the morning. It's over. You're out. You'll be looking for goddamn gigs soon. F you with your TV money.
Dude, the TV money is paying for this.
I know.
and some of our other stuff.
You'll be flying out to some godforsaken COVID city and going on stage and doing your highly requested Star Wars bit. Don't tell me.
The kids love it.
The kids?
The 55-year-old and the 20-year-old love it.
They love it.
They love it.
Wow, I'm very disappointed. I thought you'd be one of the Longmire. In Wyoming they have a weekend called Longmire Days, and thousands of fans come out, and they're on the where Walt's cabin is. And because it was filmed in New Mexico, actually, it wasn't filmed.
Oh, horseshit! I hate when they do that. All right, so here's probably got a tax break.
Your company wanted to save money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Which is a great idea. And actually, I'm behind the independence part of it, and I'm behind the actors getting work unless they're from another country. Build the wall.
Note,
build that wall.
Yeah, we never filmed an episode in Newark, just so everyone knows.
But it was inspiring, actually, in that regard, to take a low budget thing and make something out of it, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. And I praise anybody who wants to take on that task because it's a headache. But I'll tell you what.
Speaking of that task, would we have an episode to be seen this week?
Did you see the hair?
Since July?
Did you see
July is ending?
Did you see the hairdo?
I didn't.
Bernadette took the clippers to me.
Yeah, and that means we get an episode.
That means we're going to get an episode. I'm going to shave my
This is
face.
exciting. This is exciting.
Hey.
I think what we'll do with the episode, because I know people want to see it, and I think we'll debut it on the old Patreon.
Oh, that's a great idea. And we'll put it up here. We just started our Patreon page. Well, we started talking about it. I think we started it a while ago, but we never talked about it.
We never talked about it.
Dumb.
So now we've talked about it.
You know why? Because we were rolling in the money. We were pulling.
That's right.
We were
care.
pulling it in. We didn't give a shit.
Didn't matter.
And now
didn't matter.
We're two broke dicks, and we're poor.
And we have a new patron of the Patreon.
Yes. Who is that?
You know who he is? You know who he is.
Paul Francis Riley.
Yes.
Thank you, Paul. And
Paul Francis Riley coming through.
He's our latest Patreon. So
Mhm.
he's a supporter of us.
That's right. And we'll put the new episode up on there, and we're putting other stuff up there, and check it out, folks. It's it's a good way to help us out and see a lot of content you won't see on the old Facebook or Instagram or anywhere. I put a video up there today from 1989. It was a bit. 1989. I was doing a thing. I was wearing those glasses, that would make your eyes kind of whatever. They were like funny glasses you could buy in the back of a comic book, and your eyes look kind of crazy.
You do know we're trying to get people to support us, right? Yeah,
I know. Gonna love this.
So what are they, like the X-ray ones or the spinning?
No, they're all spinning around. They look
Twilight Zone. Or the eyeballs on a spring, or the...
No, they're in the glasses. Maybe a little politically incorrect, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Maybe a little Asian. And I'm filming. I'm filming. Somebody filmed me. I'm supposed to.
Let's be honest. Who doesn't like a little Asian once in a while?
In 1989.
1989, when it was acceptable to be politically incorrect.
Yeah, so what we did was we called for a Domino's pizza, and then my friend filmed me greeting the driver at the door with the glasses on, and to see if he would notice and react to it. And the guy was cool. He reacts, but he holds it in. He doesn't know that he doesn't know what to make of it, so he just is holding it in.
He wants that
and
tip.
Then at the end,
he wants that.
And then at the
tip.
end, exactly. At the end, I said something like, "Are you looking at my eyes?" And then he just started cracking up, and he goes, "I didn't know what to say." I go, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to go
so
check it
that
out.
is on the Patreon, and now people are like, "Oh, I'd love to see that fucking video." Well, go to the Patreon.
Go to the
there
Patreon
it is,
page.
right there.
Also, we have a new promo on the Patreon, but we're also going to post it here somewhere, just to entice people to come on, because you can receive fabulous prizes and whatnot if you're a member. Right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We got all kinds
Exactly.
of stuff. DVDs.
Yeah. DVDs, fake cigarettes, all sorts of crap. Yeah.
All right. Do we have
All
any?
right.
Do we have any questions?
Sir, I held in my hands
Questions.
the questions. These are from the Instagram page 2Dicks2, and the first one is, this was interesting. This was a guy, or Kyle K. something. Kyle K. He wrote, who would you like to have on the podcast? I guess as a guest. Who would you like to have on the podcast? Is that open to anyone or any?
Is that like, obviously I would go with a celebrity just to get some eyes here.
Well, I like when we bring Helen Keeney in. She brings some eyes.
Helen does. Helen does move the needle of the two dicks.
Yep. And hey now. And and she's scheduled. She's scheduled for coincidentally, a Patreon interview. How about that?
Won't be seen here for free.
Helen Keeney will be back with us on the Patreon in August. I think early August. We've scheduled that with Helen. But in the meantime, who would I like?
And she's working right now. She's hosting.
She's on the air.
She's on the air hosting
Every
Home
day.
Shopping Network, and she's gigging.
Earning her money.
She is.
Earning her money. I saw her the other day trying to make a coin collection interesting. And, that's not easy. A couple hours selling coins.
Can we get her to push some of the merch?
Yeah, man. Who would you like to have on the podcast?
I mean, anybody, really anybody.
Even
Paul Francis Riley?
We could get Paul on here.
maybe we'll do that. Maybe on the Patreon we'll do an interview with Paul
That's
Francis.
what we're going to do. We're going to take the mystique of Paul Francis Riley, have him ask him if he'll if he
Good
wants
idea.
to do a Zoom, but you can only see it on Patreon.
Yeah. Well, I'm not giving away Paul Francis Riley for free. Fuck that. You want to taste of Paul Francis Riley? You're going to come over to the Patreon and get it.
Question number 2.
Other than,
I'm sorry,
number
you didn't
2,
answer. Well, you did. You said Paul Francis.
I said
Riley.
Paul Francis Riley.
All right,
That's who I meant.
I'm in agreement.
That's a bit weak, Alfred. All right.
What?
All right,
So-
you and your fancy haircut. Back off, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
We actually should ask Bill Burr to be on.
And by we mean you, since
I hate asking
I-
people for shit.
I don't. It's hard. I know it's terrible, but that would be a good one. That would be a damn good
All
one.
right.
And that one
That's reachable.
would be on the.
That's obtainable, actually. I mean, I could. It's not like I have to go through 500 people.
Right. Would we put that one on the old Patreon? I would imagine. Yeah, buddy. Well, that'd be a good one. That would actually.
I'll ask.
That would move the needle.
I'll ask.
All right.
All right. Next question.
Next question. This is from my lovely niece Olivia.
Oh, hi,
She wrote-
Olivia. How are you, darling?
She wrote, "Who wins the World Series?" She's a big sports fan.
Well,
Who wins the World Series?
well, it's a shortened season.
60 games.
Right. It's going to change the outcome. The worst team could actually win.
No.
Well, I'm saying the worst team, with injuries and such, if it were a regular season,
Right. 162.
could win.
Well, no, there's going to be 18 teams make the playoffs, so the worst team will not make the playoffs.
What I'm saying
Still.
is, if it were a long season and a team was able to make adjustments, do some trades, get over injuries,
sir.
and be a true contender at the end of a regular season.
Right, it's a different year, different
it's
60
different.
year, but I'm going to go, I'm a fan, and I believe they're actually the best team. I'm going to go with the Yankees. I think the Yankees will win the whole thing. I think it'll be Yankees, Dodgers, and the Yankees will win.
Well, there's been a drought.
And let me tell you, Boston is horrible. So they're not even going near the playoffs.
Let's go Mets.
They won last night.
They did win last night.
So who would you got? Who do you got for winning the World Series? And don't say Paul Francis Riley.
Well, I'm not going to say Houston.
Fuck them. They're 2-0.
You know,
Sons of bitch.
as bad as the Red Sox are, Mookie's gone. I mean,
You're not-
all the New England teams move. They just trade them.
Yeah.
They move to Florida. I'm going to stick with my Red Sox. A miracle.
That's awful. Awful prediction.
So you think
Just
the
out of
Mets
fandom.
have a better chance of making it to the end?
Yeah. Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, those are the questions. If you want to ask a question, folks, 2Dicks, the number 2 on Instagram, or you can put it in comments on the Facebook page, or join the Patreon and comment there. We have posts and things you can comment on Patreon. It's all happening on the Patreon, folks. That's where you want to be. That's where your fun is.
We'll see you next time.
That's where you. All right. Subscribe. Mary.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money.